Hey, what's up everyone? So recently I respec my bar from a frenzy bar to a whirlwind berserk build. So today I'm going to show you my gears and skills, etc, etc. Alright, let's go. Alright, first of all, I made this greave like a couple of days ago and it turns out to be perfect. 400 on damage. IAS is only 31, but it doesn't really matter for whirlwind because I'm gonna reach the last breakpoint regardless. So yeah, and a wrist face, I socketed with 15 IAS and 14 to max damage jewel. I use storm shield with Amrun socketed. Some people don't like a shield on bar, but I want to build a tanky bar, so I use Storm Shield. Storm Shield is so good. The massive damage reduction is just too good to pass up. For armor, I use Enigma. You don't have to use Enigma, but I find it like if you want to work with your mercenary all the time, like if you want your mercenary to be with you all the time, you have to use Enigma. So it is what it is. For an X5 mercenary, the new one, it might be better because his frenzy attack also increases movement speed. But you know, the AI just not that smart. Sometimes it's just stuck behind something and it's just not smart enough to be with you all the time. So you have to use Enigma if you want your mercenary to be with you all the time. If the AI is smart enough to be with me all the time, I would gladly use a Fortitude. But again, it is what it is. So I use Enigma. Amulet, use High Lord. I don't really need the 20 IAS anymore because I reached the last breakpoint regardless. But the Deadly Strike is just so good for a physical character. And Lighting of Hand, again, I don't need the 20% IAS. I reached the breakpoint regardless, but the 350% damage to demon is just too good to pass up. Ring, I use Raven Frost, and this ring that I gamble, pretty sweet. Dual Leech, 101 attack rating, 32 life, and some fire resist. So not the best, but it's pretty good. Bell, I use Thunder God. Believe it or not, Thunder God is actually best for Barbarian because the Lightning Absorb, and when facing soul and your Barbarian needs to be like melee all the time, it's gonna save your ass. Yeah, it's actually the best spell for Barbarian. And for boots, I use War Traveler. You can use Score Rider. I just prefer War Traveler for the damage and more strength and vitality. Charm, I have Hellfire. I actually have a perfect one that I found this myself with my friend. Annie, 2016, not perfect, but it's good enough. My resistance are max, so it's all good. And the rest of the charm are pretty much life, attack rating, life, you know, resistance. Most of them are just life charms. Yeah, some with attack rating, max damage. So yeah. Oh, on the Switch I have CTA and Hoto. For CTA, Battle Order and Battle Command 3-3 is just enough because for Barbarian you can only get max to 3 max to his skills. So even though you wear 2 CTA, you still, the max you can get from Battle Order and Battle Command is just 3. So this one is perfect for my bar. You don't have to use CTA or Hoto. You can use like BO stakes those work just fine. But I just use CTA. It adds one more skill to my battle order and battle command, but I lost like 2 to Shao. But I just want to max out my I want to get the best battle order as possible, so I use CTA and Hoto. Alright, for my Mercenary, Ethereal Iris Phase, I socketed it with 15 IAS, 20 enhanced damage dual. It's not the best, but it works. Armor, I just use Treachery because I think he needs the IAS. And this is my old Grief. I gave him this, my old Grief. So he's using a Grief, and I made him a Lawbringer. The Sanctuary Aura is so good on the crowd control versus Undead. And it also has a chance to cast Decryptify. So it's kind of like the Act 2 mirror with Reapers. I think Act 2 mirror with Reapers will proc Decryptify more, but I just like the Sanctuary Aura on my Act 5 mirror, and I want to try something new. Okay, I don't want to, you know, use Act 2 mirror on all my characters. So yeah. Stats. So for stats, obviously very self-explanatory. Enough strength to wear your gear, enough dex for max block, and the rest of them go to your vitality, and just leave energy alone. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. So, oops, wrong button. So with this bar, with this gear, you pretty much you're unkillable. I just cannot think of any situation like you could get easily killed in general PvM or PvE, because you're so tanky. You got Storm Shield with Enigma, so you got like damage reduced by 43%, and your resistance all max. With Thunder God, Soul is not a problem, it actually heals you. Yeah, so I think the only time that you might have a hard time, maybe Death Lord, maybe. I mean, because Soul is not going to be a problem, Dolls is not going to be a problem because it's also undead, and the Sanctuary Aura, it is so good at the crowd control, so those are not going to be a problem. Yeah, even Death Lord, I mean, you have almost 6k health, and with a Storm Shield, I just don't think you ever have to worry about dying. So yeah, this Barbarian is pretty much unkillable. In general PvM, it's unkillable. I just don't think of any moment that makes you go like, oh shit. I just cannot think of any moment, any situation that makes you go like that. Yeah, unkillable unless you try to. So for general killing monsters, most of the time you're gonna use Whirlwind, obviously. Left click, I put Concentrate. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys the skill. Let's just skip this because Barb's killing speed is not that great. Yeah, let's go. Let's just find the top. I'll show you guys when I get back in town. So forgot to show you guys the skills. Alright, so for skills, 1 point. Actually, it's not 1 point. So 20 to battle order, 1 point to battle command, 1 point to shout. Yeah, this is the where I put the rest of the points. So let me go over this first. Max Blade Mastery, used to call Sword Mastery, now it's called Blade Mastery because I'm using a sword. 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, and let your gear do the rest. Max Whirlwind and Max Berserk, and 1 point to all prerequisite. And then the rest of the point put into Howl. So as you can see, this is not a Horker bar or fine item bar. So this is not your barbarian to go MF. But you know, I reached a point that I don't really care about drops anymore. So I don't really care, I just want to go like full in all offensive. That's why I use this build. And yeah, Berserk deals so much damage. It receives 10% magic damage from Howl and Battle Order. So that's why I max Battle Order. I mean any bar will max Battle Order. And I put the remaining point into Howl just to get the synergy from my Berserk. And right now I'm 92, I'm not even like 99 yet, and so the synergy is not even fully synergized yet. So, and Berserk already deal crazy amount of damage. And yeah, so left click I have Concentrate, right click I have Whirlwind, and I use Berserk on bosses or physical immutes. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. So let's do a chaos run real quick. You can teleport on your switch. You teleport faster because I got the faster cast rate. But usually I just teleport on my main weapon and Storm Shield. So yeah, this bar is pretty much unkillable in general PvM. I think for like all barbarians, right? If you have like a Thunder God and Storm Shield and a little bit of Life Leech, I think you're pretty much invincible. Like you just cannot get killed unless you try to. You see the knockback because of the Sanctuary Aura? See that crowd control? It's so good. So good. Okay, with this bar you never have to worry about dying. Of course the killing speed is just absolute the worst out of all character. I mean, but it's a barbarian, so it is what it is. See, having an Enigma is very useful, not just for like teleport, so you can move faster, but also as a tool to reposition your mercenary, so your mercenary can be with you all the time. Okay, physical emit. Oh, you see my Sanctuary Aura already deal with it. I don't even need to use Berserk.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, killing speed is slow because it's a barbarian, so what do you expect? But like I said, you never have to worry about dying. I just cannot think of any situation that makes you go like, oh shit, I'm gonna No, I cannot think of any situation. So if you play hardcore, this is maybe something you should be interested to look at, because you don't really have to worry about dying, because your bar is so tanky. Your mercenary is so tanky also, because the frenzy, the attack speed is so good. And you don't even need to worry about like the Decryptify and all that. Like it makes your whirlwind even stronger. It hits more. Yeah, it's a barbarian, so it's gonna take a while. And even though you're not interested in hardcore, I'm not interested in hardcore. I mean, it's still good to have, like, you don't have to worry about dying if you want to like go for level 99. I mean, it makes a whole lot of difference. Oh, that's chef stop. 209.
Not even death can save you from me.
Small charm, let's see what is this. 28 attack rating. And I don't have the best of the best, you know, for the charms. I mean, if I fill this up with like the whole inventory with 320/20, that would be insane. But I don't think I ever get to that level of wealth. So, and it still works great. Let's do a chaos run. Yeah, Barbarian's killing speed is just the worst of all. But it is what it is. Let's just skip like most of them. Yeah, because Barbarian really kills slow. See, my mercenary got stuck, so it's just nice to have teleport on you. Trust me, I really do want to use a fortitude. I mean, I would love to use a fortitude on my bar, but it's just the AI is not that great. It's just not smart enough to catch up with you all the time. So again, it is what it is. Had to use Enigma. See, I'm facing dolls and souls. No problem. No problem at all. These are some of the most dangerous enemies in the game. No problem at all. Yep. killing speed is Barbarian just cannot hit that many monsters at once.
Overburdened.
Not too bad, not too bad. So about being a physical melee character, and you fighting bosses like fail. Let's see, my attack rating with Berserk is like 15,000 and it still missed quite a lot. So that's one of the drawback of being a physical character, and that's why a lot of people prefer caster character, because when you cast a skill it's guaranteed to hit. So but yeah, the attack rating system, it just makes physical fighter much harder because you miss like half of the time. Other than that, yeah, it's been good. So I think that's it, guys. I just want to show you guys my build. Again, this is not an MF build because I did not put any points to find item. So I mean, you can adjust it to your liking if you want. You can just put 1 point to Berserk and put the rest of the point to find item. It's up to you. But I just, right now I don't really care about drops anymore, so I just put all points to my offensive skills. Yeah, and yeah, this is just a super tanky build, and you never have to worry about dying unless you really try to. So yeah, even though you're not go for hardcore, but it's still, I think it's still some build you might be interested in, especially like if you're trying to get your character to level 99. When you're at level 98, if you die once, it really sucks. That's like a week of grinding. So yeah, alright, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.